Are you an ACF user that's fed up of seeing your numbers look like this when you actually want them to look like this? That's exactly what I'm going to show you in this video. Now, chances are, if like a lot of other people, you've gone onto the Facebook group for bricks and you've done a search for this, you'll find you get lots and lots of answers saying, oh, you need to write a PHP script for this and you need to use a function for this. And you've looked at those functions and you've gone, I have no idea how the hell this works. Well, you're not alone there. This was a little bit confusing for myself as well. Until this morning when I sat down and thought, I got to figure this out. So I'm going to show you how I figured it out. Now, you've probably seen a link to this particular GitHub article, and this is a little code snippet that allows you to do what we just said, which is to format the numbers. But if you look at it, you may not understand how it all works. And to be honest, you don't need to understand most of it. You just need to know what to change to make it work. So we're going to take a look. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to simply copy this. We'll hit the raw version. We'll copy it. Everything bar the PHP, because in this example, we're going to be using a code snippet plugin, but you can put this directly into your functions PHP file if you want to. We're going to come over into our dashboard for WordPress and we're going to open up, in this example, Fluent Snippets. So let's create a new snippet. We're going to paste that little bit of code we've just copied in. Again, like I say, make sure you don't have the PHP in there because this automatically adds it in. We're going to make sure this says run everywhere. We want front end and back end, and then we've got functions PHP as the type of file that we want. We'll give it a name. If you want to drop it in the description and so on, you can do that. We say create snippet, and now we've created a snippet. Now, we're not going to have anything work if we just use it like this because it doesn't know what fields to actually do anything with. So what we need to do is go into ACF and grab the field name or field names that we want to utilize. In this example, we're going to use one. So let's open up ACF. We'll go into our field groups. Inside there, I want to target my property details. So we're going to open this up. Inside there, you can see I've got a field called property price. We'll copy that from there, head back into Fluent Snippets. Now we've got two different filters we can use here. We've got this first filter, which is simply going to set this up with the ACF number with a comma, so with 1,000 value, no decimal places. The second one is to use it with decimal places. Now in our example, we want to deal with thousands. So all we need to do is where it says this equals ACF field name in capitals, we're going to replace that with the name of the ACF field we want to target, the one we've just copied. So let's paste that in, and we've got property price. Now, obviously, if you wanted to use this with the comma and the decimal places, you could replace that here. And then we've got the two functions underneath that tell it what to do. So there's with the decimal, which is going to target that first one, this first filter we've got here. And then you've got the with decimal, this section, which is going to target this particular filter. In this example, we're not using it. So you could effectively just delete this if you wanted to. But we'll leave it here for just, keep everything simple. We'll update our snippet, we'll choose activate, and now let's go and take a look at the front end. So I've made sure I've reloaded the page. If we scroll down, you can see there's our values all set up for us. So we now have that comma in there. Now our numbers look a lot better. If we head back into our Fluent snippet, let's just get rid of what we put in there. Let's just undo that for a second. And let's put this into the second field. So we'll just replace this one. This is the one with the decimal places. So we'll paste that in there. Update our snippet, head back over to our test page and refresh. And now you can see we've got it formatted with the decimal places. In this example, it doesn't make sense because we're dealing with hundreds of thousands. But you can see how easy it is to set it up inside here. So now we've targeted that very specific ACF field. So every time that's used inside any of our pages or templates, that is going to be replaced with the format we've just set up. It is as simple as that. Before we just wind things down, let me just quickly show you how this is used inside Bricks itself. But you can use this with basically anything at all where you use ACF fields. So we take a look inside Bricks. You can see in our example, we're using a basic text field. And you can see this is using or targeting that ACF field property_price, which is what we set up inside that custom function we've just created. So every time we use this, whether it's inside a basic text field, a rich text field, heading, whatever, it doesn't matter. This property price will be replaced with the format that we've set up inside that function as long as it's active. Pretty cool. And hopefully what you can see is you don't really need to understand the code too much. You just need to know what to replace. As always, all applicable links are in the description below. And if you want to find out more about working with Bricks Builder, check out this playlist next. There's tons of videos on it. As always, my name is Paul C. This is WPTuts, and until next time, take care.